It is in the C major scale. So you'll hear mostly C, 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 C being rung. But we're not going to ring it. We're going to use mallets, which the choir people love hitting the bells, not each other, I hope not, but they strike the bells while they're on the table. Okay, we have all parts covered?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll start. And then we end.
What's that mean?
Okay, the choir has to reorganize for the next piece. It's called Noah and the Ark. We will tell about Noah and the flood. We have a narrator, which we thank Leslie. And what the music does is like paints what she speaks about. So it will be musical painting with our handbells. And it's a very cute story, the way it's arranged with the bells. I want to let you know that we will welcome anyone in handbell choir. We can do ringing for dummies if you think you're in that category. It's a teamwork. We don't goof off at practice. We work really hard. Anyone who wants to join may do that, even just through one season. Of course, Christmas is just a wonderful time for handbells. So if you're interested, I'll even give you private lessons. We would welcome anyone, any age, any ability. Okay, y'all have enough room? You ready?
One day, long ago, God was looking down upon the earth, watching the men and women he had created. And he saw that they had become extremely wicked. They were robbers, murderers, cheats, liars, gossips, selfish, and in general, not very nice folks. The holy God saw that every thought of man's heart was continually evil. So with a mighty sigh of grief, he decided to blot out every living thing off the face of the earth. But then God thought of Noah. Oh, how God loved Noah, for he was a righteous man and walked with God in all his ways. God came down to Noah and said, Noah, I am going to destroy all the living and breathing creatures upon earth. And Noah said, which translates, will you repeat that, please? So God said again, and Noah said, which translates to, that's what I thought you said. Noah's wife and daughters-in-law helped too. Oh, excuse me.
Wrong page.
Yep. Then God continued, yes, Noah, I will destroy the whole earth by bringing a great flood upon it. However, you and your wife, your 3 sons, and their wives I will save. I will also save 2 of every kind of animal, bird, and creeping being that is upon the earth, male and female, and you are to gather them together. Now I want you to build a boat. A very big boat. A very, very big boat. And put all the animals in it. Well, Noah was quite overwhelmed by all this. He looked up to God, spread out his hands, and said, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4. Which translates, how? So God gave to Noah all the instructions he needed to build the ark, and soon Noah and his 3 sons were busy hammering and sawing. Noah's wife and daughter-in-laws helped too. They would go for wood and help take care of the animals. And during all this time, Noah's neighbors laughed at him and went on in their wicked ways. After many years, the ark was finally finished, and the Lord God came to Noah and said, it's time. Then Noah very calmly, with a great deal of organization, went to get his family and the animals to bring them to the ark. Can you imagine the confusion? The hippos were probably first in line and very slow.
That was a hippo move.
And the kangaroo shook the ramp with her constant hopping. And the squirrels were chattering away and always getting out of line. And those crocodiles, well, they just kept staring at the ostriches, which made them scream. 1, 2, 3, 66, 3, 67. Good job. The monkeys were swinging all over the place. But finally, they all got in the ark, and God himself shut the great door. Then it started to rain. It began with just a few sprinkles. Then it grew stronger. Then it began to pour. And it thundered. And lightning struck. And every living creature on the earth drowned. except for Noah, his family, and the animals safe on the ark. Finally, the rain stopped, but it took 150 days for the water to dry up from the land. In the meantime, there was plenty to do aboard the ark. The animals had to be fed and watered and comforted when they were afraid. But at last, the ark came to rest upon the mountains of Ararat. When Noah was sure that the water had all dried up and the great door of the ark was open, out came the animals, happy to be free to roam the earth once more. Noah and his family built an altar, offered upon it a sacrifice of praise to God for his deliverance. Then God set a rainbow in the sky as a symbol of his promise never to destroy the earth again by flood. And every time we see a rainbow, it should remind us of Noah, his obedience and faith in God. God kept his promise to Noah, and he will keep his promises to all of us who believe and trust in him.
That little extra to that very interesting Bible story. That now concludes the portion of the talent show. I don't know, Bob, do you have anything? Or?
I always have something to say. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for their participation and for coming out and joining us, having a couple laughs. The Blues Brothers, we're putting the band back together. So I'm looking for members of the band. But one thing I do want to just mention to you is that it's a great congregation. And the fact that we can come out here and laugh and have fun, in spite of all the garbage that seems to be going around, is a great testament to our strength. And so I want to thank everybody again for their hard work and their participation in this program and other programs. I'm going to give you a little heads up here. We're looking at doing a Bethlehem walk this year. So we're going to be putting things together for that here in the next couple weeks. So we're going to do that instead of a children's pageant this year, but that means the kids can dress up like donkeys and stuff all over again. But we're going to try to work on that over the next couple weeks. So just tipping you off a little bit. The other thing is that, how many of you have seen the Blues Brothers, the movie? All right, what were they on? They were on a mission from God, remember? And that's what we're on. So there's a little symbolism to the Blues Brothers performing here. The other thing I wanted to just let you know is that in the wake of Pastor Rich's resignation, things have been moving along rather quickly. Council, if you haven't checked your email since yesterday afternoon, check it. We have a meeting scheduled, if I can get all the council members together, on Wednesday night to interview a prospective new interim pastor. So I will, if you haven't checked your email, please do so. I need to know for sure if you can be here. But like I said, things are moving along rather quickly. Let's see.